Greetings, you tube viewers. This is Beane, and I'm producing my first ever video series where I'll be doing some knitting and telling knock-knock jokes. No, I'm kidding. This is a Let's Play of Mount&Blade Warband. This is the Floris mod that I'll be using, and this is episode 0. Now, there's not going to be a whole lot of action in this one. That's why I started with 0. I'll be going over some options, doing character creation, and the action won't come until episode 1. So if you want to get right to the action, just skip this video, go to episode 1. Still with us? Alright, let's take a look at the options. I am using by mouse movement as is recommended. I am doing normal damage to my army and reduced to half for me. If you're just starting out, I recommend going the easiest while you learn how to play the game. This is a difficult one. You could actually go up to normal damage to yourself, but I figured I don't want to get killed a lot and make the video series less interesting. So we're going to start with this. If it ends up being too easy, we can change that later. Combat AI, campaign AI is average. Combat speed normal. Battle size is 120, which is where I've kind of found the sweet spot. Done. Let's get started. Now, I'm not going to read everything that comes up to you. There's not a whole lot of storyline to this game. This game is kind of an action RPG with strategy elements where you command an army. And it's open world, so you're not directed down a quest path line. In the first few series of quests, you kind of make your own story. So, you can take the time, pause the video, read this to yourself. If you are illiterate, please write in the comments below your displeasure with me skipping these, and I'll be glad to read those at a later time. Now, we're going to be male. Our father was a traveling merchant. That gives us a large amount of starting currency. Currency is so important in this game. We spent our early life as a noble in training, later became a slave trader, so that gives us a few prisoner management, which is where we'll be earning a lot of our money in this playthrough. And we're going to be using the extended troops and starting with the Vagiers. I have not played a lot with them, and so this will be new to me. Let's proceed. I usually go with realistic, but because I'm producing videos here, if there's a loss of video, I have to re-record. I need to exit and load a game, so that's the selection I'll be using. Attributes. You want to get these to multiples of 3 as early as possible, because each 3 of an attribute you have, you may increase your skills by one of the corresponding attribute. This is a strength, so if I so choose with strength 9, Iron Flesh I can increase up to 3. So I'm going to select the last attribute, be intelligence, because that will give me an extra skill point to use. I'm going to max out trading. I'll need at least 1 shield. I'm going to use Power Strike maxed out. We'll be doing a bit of archery as well, so let's use Power Draw. I like to have 2 or 3 training so that my army learns faster. For persuasion in there. For proficiencies, it will be all archery. Name ourselves. Done. This is where we create our character. For simplicity's sake, we are just going to roll the dice. We are going to look like this. Done. Pause if you'd like to read. Okay, we start out with an attack. This is going to be pretty much the only real action in this video of me getting shot with arrows and shooting with a bow. How is he not dead? die. Wow. Okay. So he's going to give us a quest to help him find his captured brother. In order to do so, we need to raise a little bit of an army, and he gives us $100 to do that. And here we are starting out by Rivendell. This is the Vaegirs area that I'll be starting in, and I'll go over the other factions as I get to them. We'll go ahead and start by going into the city, visiting the tavern, and we're going to be looking for companions to use. I don't believe either one of these are on my list of companions, but I'm pretty sure Borcha is, and he is. So we're going to hire Borcha. And he wants 300. There you go. Sajad is also on my list, so I'm going to be hiring him as well. And this is one of the reasons why you want to start off with a lot of money. Now, for the rest of your army is going to consist of companions, which are other characters that you can equip yourself using the loot that you retrieve from battlefield or purchase. And the other armies you can hire are either going to be recruits of the different faction, where they start off with basically a pitchfork and cloth armor. The other option is to hire mercenaries, which have better fighting ability starting out, but they're much more expensive. I think I'm going to go the cheaper route for that, however. Alright. Now we're going to go to the marketplace. Let's go to the arms merchant. We'll see if I can find a blunt weapon that is an upgrade to my own. The footman's hammer, I believe, is an upgrade, not by a lot. That's even better. Empire Warhammer. That is one-handed. There we go. And I will keep the hammer and give that to one of my companions. So if I can find a better bow on the cheap. Not really. I also need to purchase a shield. There we go. I think I'll go ahead and purchase another shield for a companion. Sell the furs that I start off with because I'm a merchant. You also start off with a merchant's ledger, which will help you in trading if that's the path you'd like to take. I'm going to go ahead and sell that for the extra funds. Let's go to the armor merchant and go ahead and upgrade the starting armor, which is 21 and 9. Looks like I'll be spending quite a bit of money for an upgrade to the armor. So I'm going to go ahead and pass on that for now. Helmet I'll upgrade, so I can do that on the cheap. And I'll go ahead and get another pair of legs also. Done. Head back. Leave. So we've hired 2 people, I believe. The quest is to hire a total of 5. You can check that out by looking at notes. Collect 5 men is my quest. So I think what I'm going to do is head to Kura. They don't hire recruits in Kura, and so I'll stop at the little villages on the way. Recruit villagers there. There's 3 more there. I'm going to avoid these other characters who are probably going to try to take my stuff. We're in Curl. We're going to go to its tavern, see if there's any companions here that I could hire? There are not. So we leave here, and then we're going to go to the other Vaegir city of Kuden. And while traveling, we want to make sure that we're not being intercepted by looters like this. Press the space bar. Take a look at them. They are traveling the same direction. They don't seem to be interested in me, so we're going to ignore them. Oh, there's another one that we are going to try to avoid. And that was a notice that just told me of a tournament that's upcoming. And that may be something we'll be interested in, just not for this series. We'll stop at Tismir. Recruit villagers here. It's 4. Visit the tavern. Traveler. Some broker. Hire. I'm going to try to pronounce his name Baheshtur. Let's just call him Bahesh. Okay. So there's another 400 currency dinars. And the last companions that are available in this city. So we're going to leave here, go back to our starting city of Revedin, while avoiding looters if possible. Excellent. Now we have some companions that we need to outfit, so I'm going to go to party. Take a look at this. People in my company so far are 9 recruits for the Vaegirs, and the 3 companions which I can outfit with equipment. So Borcha, I'm going to go ahead and outfit with equipment. We did that by talking to him. Talk to him about equipment. And let's see it. I give him the stuff that I was using before, if it's better. And it is in all 3 cases, it looks like. I'll go ahead and give him this kite shield, which he can't use, so I won't give it to him. Let's see if the next companion can use the shield. He can. So, there we go. And he has boots of equivalent value. And he also has the same boots. Okay. We're done setting them up with the equipment that we purchased. And we are going to return to Revedin now. Deserters will probably kick our butts, so we're going to try to avoid them. We were unable to. However, I can hire them. See if they're interested in that. I don't have nearly that amount of money. Then they're going to try to destroy us. I have a feeling this is going to be a losing battle. So I'm going to pull back, leaving some of the new recruits behind. This does harm your morale, but living is better than dying. So we're going to go ahead and lose the 20 morale for that. Companions tend not to like that. So we're going to go back to Revedin. Visit the tavern. We're going to approach our quest giver. And this is not it. This is Lunduck, another companion, but he's not on the list, so I'm going to tell him no thank you. Here's the quest giver. And he gives us a quest to go look for the bandits that have kidnapped his brother. So we're going to leave here. We're going to look for the blue characters here. And this is going to be the action. So I'm going to pause here, and we'll come back for episode 1 momentarily.